Hi there, John Barton here. We're going to do a real quick video on whether speed affects where you aim. When I use a center to edge system to aim, I don't adjust for speed of the shot at all. I don't go a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner. I take the line that CTE gives me and I shoot the shot. Now, I might do a little bit with my stroke to adjust for that or account for throw, but I generally try not to. So anyway, for this video, I've set up a spot shot. I'm going to shoot 5 balls really hard. I'm going to shoot 5 balls medium, and I'm going to shoot 5 balls soft. And I'm going to aim the same way at the same spot every time with absolutely no adjustment. The only difference is going to be the speed of my stroke. And I'm going to try really hard to put a good stroke on it and make sure that I'm delivering the ball down the line that I'm actually aiming at, okay, which is going to be the same line every time. So I've set up the line right here going to the pocket, so you can see it goes straight to the pocket right there, right in the middle. And I've set up the ghost ball, so I can reconcile that with my CTE and know that I'm aiming right down the ghost ball line. And I will not adjust at all for the. I will not adjust. I will try to make the cue ball hit exactly here on this line. I will not adjust the cue ball so it hits a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner based on the speed of the shot. So let's shoot 15 shots and see what happens. Now I have warmed up a little bit, so I don't have any excuse about my stroke. There's one. Now I'm not trying to hit this at break speed either, because I don't want to send the cue ball off the table. I'm trying to hit it fairly hard and still control the ball. Okay, I missed that one. You guys can see this later on video and determine for yourself what's going on. I'm just shooting the shots right now. I'm not trying to overanalyze it. My contention is, though, is that the harder you hit it, the harder it is to deliver an accurate stroke. Which means it's not the cut-induced throw that's making the ball miss if you miss. It's the fact that you're not hitting the cue ball correctly, so you're not actually delivering the cue ball to this place. You're delivering it to this place or this place over here because you hit it off center, and that's why you're missing the shot. Okay, so that's 4. This will be our 5th ball. And again, as I said, I'm just using CTE. I'm not adjusting for speed at all. Okay, so we missed those 2 pretty badly, the ones that we missed. The other ones went right in. Now we're going to go to medium speed. Okay, so medium speed shot. And I contend that when you shoot medium speed, that's the optimal speed, I think, for putting a good stroke on the ball. That's what feels the best and what you can control the easiest. I think when you get to slow rolling the ball or hitting it really hard, that's when you start to have a hitch in your stroke. For most of us. So this is number 4. Number 3, I'm not sure. free for the shot. Now see, I felt that I hit that one really bad. I felt it as soon as I hit it. Okay, this is number 5 for medium speed. Okay, so missed 2 out of 5 both times. Let's try slow speed. You guys can come up with all your conclusions. This is obviously a very unscientific test here. Oh, alright. I hit that one medium speed, so I'll shoot that one again. I went into cinch mode on that one to make sure I made it. There we go. Hit that one nice and soft. Okay, let's try it again. We'll shoot one extra ball again, one extra shot. Just count that one I hit too soft. See, when I told you when I'm doing it the slow roll. Okay, this is the last ball. When I'm doing it the slow roll, I get a little bit of a hitch in my stroke, and I don't follow through correctly. Let me try to really focus here and follow through. So, in conclusion, I really do think that stroke quality is more important than speed control when it comes to aiming. I mean, I think that it's a slippery slope to go down when you start thinking about how you have to aim a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner for different shots. I think you control that with your stroke and you control it with your speed. Sure, you know, there's shots where you can throw the ball, of course. You know, there's certain things that you can do to throw the ball. You can use spin. You can deflect into the ball. These are all tools that you can use to play pool. I mean, all these things exist on the pool table, so why don't you use them? But I don't think, this is just my opinion, I don't think that cut-induced throw is as big of a deal as people make it out to be. You know, I think you can aim at the ghost ball. You don't really have to compensate very much, if any at all, for the throw, and you can play great pool. That's just my opinion. Now, somebody asked about using aiming systems with English. Well, here, this is, here, we'll take the same shot, set it up. Now I've got 6 more balls here to use, so we'll use these 6 balls, and then I'll be done. But, so, aiming with English. Okay. Same shot. Use CTE to line it up. Now I'm going to use just a little bit of top right. Now, you'll notice I missed that. I didn't intend to miss it. I just didn't do the right thing. I'm going to show you a little trick with this. CTE, line it up for a center ball shot, a little bit of top right. Now, from this position right here, I'm going to look through the ball to the rail, and that's where I'm going to shoot the cue ball. Okay, now you'll notice the reason that I did that is because that helps me with my stroke quality. If I don't make my target right here, instead I make my target right here, that I'm going to shoot the ball directly to that spot, it helps me straighten out my stroke and make sure that I'm delivering the ball through this line, which means when this is in the way, it's got to go. So let's try that again. Now I'm going to put low left, okay? Same aim. Move my cue slightly to low left. You'll see what happens to the cue ball. Now, let's do that again. Same aim, same shot, same aim. Now I'm going to do low right. See where the ball goes? All I'm doing is I'm using center to edge to aim. Now let's do left. Let's do straight left. Okay, so now I got a lot of left. See it spin out? Now let's try to really spin it and go inside and cross this line. Let's see if from this position, let's see if I can spin it and cross the line and come back in. Now I'm putting a lot of English on it. Okay, now, what I did wrong there is I put the English on, but I forgot to go ahead and look through the ball. And you'll notice I barely missed it. Now, let's do it again. Same aim, no adjustment. No adjustment on the aim. All I do is move my cue to the English that I want and look through the ball. And miss it again. Now, what would happen though if you did adjust a little bit? Well, if you're good enough and you know what to do, then you can adjust a little bit in or out depending on what you need, but I don't use it. I just do it like this. And when I'm playing good, everything comes together. Okay, one more time. Now we're going to try, I'm going to load it up with English, and I'm going to try to get that ball to come across here. Okay, this is really extreme. Okay, so you see how extreme I'm going? So, if you get out that extreme, then yeah, maybe you want to adjust a little bit on your aim. Let's adjust a little bit and see what happens. Okay, so here's my aim, straight here, right? Now what if I move my cue, move my whole hand over a little bit, and then shoot it? Look at that. Just a tiny, tiny bit of adjustment on the extreme end of the shot. I'm going to bring the cue ball over here and show you something. All the other shots that I shot, I was out here about a tip or so, or a tip and a half. On that last couple shots, I went about almost 2 tips out, you know, to the extreme edge of the miscue line. And only when I got all the way out there, that's when I started to need to adjust a little bit, adjust the aim a little bit. All the other shots, I don't need to adjust the aim. I can shoot those shots with English without adjusting. The only time I really need to adjust is when I really get out to the extreme edge of the shot, of the English. So for example, if I'm shooting the 7 and I need to get position on the 9 right here, and I'm out of position for whatever reason I can't come this way, I can't come around. Now I need extreme English, okay? So I use CTE, I get down on the shot. Now I might move over just a tad, just a hair, to account for the extreme English. And there you go. I use backhand English and I got dead perfect position on the 9 right there. Now, what if you had to do it a different way? Let's say you had something like this. Let me find a good shot here. You know, where you might need a lot of English. Here. Let's say you got to cut the 15 in from here and you got to get position on the 1. Down here. Well, same thing applies. What I do is I get down on here with regular, if I'm going way out here on the ball, then you can move in a little bit, you know, to adjust for it. But generally I don't. If this is my shot right here and I've got to get position on this one ball, I don't even do that. I just use CTE, I line up, and I go to my spin, and I shoot the shot and I miss it. So maybe I should be doing more adjusting. All right, let's try that again. There we go. So the thing about this is that if you play with this, you'll figure out when you need to adjust and why you need to adjust. But in general, you really don't. You know, you don't need to be sitting here thinking every time when you're playing with English that you have to adjust your aim. You really don't. That's going to drive you crazy. You need to figure out the extreme ends of when you need to adjust. Because most of the time you really don't need to do it. Right here, extreme end. So there are times when adjusting is going to help you. It's going to allow you to throw the ball into a different path so that you can make it do something different. But most of the time, my advice is don't do it if you don't need to. If you can get position without driving yourself crazy and adjusting and figuring out, oh, I need to be a little bit more this way or a little bit more that way. If you can get the position you need without doing that, how do you overcut that ball? Try it again. If you can get the position you need without doing it, unlike that, you know, then do it. You know, like if it's me sitting here practicing this shot right here, exactly this shot, which it's hard to see, but this is a pretty extreme shot to be able to bring the cue ball back here. So if it's me practicing this and I figure out, oh, well, you know, I can't really do this without adjusting, then I'm going to start figuring out the adjustment I need. You know, I'm going to fine tune it by shooting the shots. But the first thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to figure out, can I do this with a normal aim by using CTE, normal aim, and then my normal backhand English? Can I do it like that without it? Or do I need to make adjustments? You'll notice I overcut that ball like 3 times from that position. I overcut that ball like 3 times from that position, which tells me that I can do with just a slight adjustment inside to get it dead perfect. And that's what you find out by practice. You find out if you need to do an adjustment or not. If you don't, then don't. I mean, if you're looking at a shot like this, for example, you know, where you want to get up table or anywhere up here, don't drive yourself crazy adjusting when you have to put English on it because you don't need it. You don't need it. Try to play the natural way with the normal aim as much as you possibly can. You know, don't drive yourself crazy with every little shot thinking, oh, I need to aim a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner or a little bit here, a little bit there. You know, you want to make every shot almost look and feel exactly the same as you come into it, no matter what the shot is. You just want to treat every shot exactly the same. So, you know, if you're sitting here playing a rotation game, for example, you don't want to drive yourself crazy with every shot thinking, oh, I need to change my aim or aim a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner because I'm using English. You know, you want to treat every shot exactly the same if possible. When you get down to shoot it, you want to make that connection to to the ball. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted by the camera. You want to make that that connection to the ball feel exactly the same no matter how you shoot it. Just remember my trick that I told you here, okay? Look. Sorry that this video is kind of rambling, trying to get it all in. Remember the trick I told you to look through the ball, okay? So here, even this shot right here, you see I'm putting extreme English on it? I don't know if you can really see it right there, but I'm coming way out. Now I'm looking through the 9-ball to the rail. You can see how the ball comes back. Okay, I'm looking through the 9-ball to the rail. I'll show you that shot again in a different way. Okay, so here, same shot, CTE. Now I'm going the other direction with the spin, and I'm looking through the 13 to the rail. And you see how it brings the ball back? Okay, now I'm going to go the same shot. Same shot. Now we're going to go up table. Same spin, same shot. CTE with the aim. Now I'm going to do right English on here. So just a slight twist. Did you see that movement? See how slight that is? Okay, and I'm looking through the 15 to the rail. And you see the ball go up table. Okay, so there you go, folks. That's my theories on shooting with speed and whether you need to adjust or not. I say that in the most cases you do not need to adjust for speed. There are people out there who will swear that you absolutely must adjust for speed. I say get on the table and figure it out for yourself, because you know I don't see it. You know, I've listened to both sides. I've played both ways. I've driven myself nuts trying to adjust for speed on every shot and figure out, oh, I got to hit this medium slow, so I need to aim it a little hair finer, or a little more this way, or a little bit that way. And you know what? Just to be honest, that shit will drive you crazy as a pool player. It'll drive you absolutely batshit crazy. So my point is, and I think that, you know,